Hey guys, so I'm back with another book unhaul video. I'm sorry that I look a mess. I had a really long day yesterday. I had to travel to do some training with work. It was a really long day and it's taken it out of me. I feel really awful. But I wanted to get another book unhaul recorded. So I have a huge box here full of books that I'm getting rid of. So I'll try and make this as quick and painless as possible. Again, sorry for bad lighting, but it is after work now and dark. So the first two books I'm getting rid of is The Protector by Marlene Lovelace. This is a Time Raiders novel. No idea what this is or why I bought that, so I'm getting rid of that. I have Kitty in the Midnight Hour by Carrie Vaughan. I've actually heard some quite good things about this, but I've had this on my shelf for about 7 years and never read it. So I'm going to part with it. Same with... Ooh, have I missed one? I think I've lost one somewhere along. Ah, there it is. Mistral's Kiss and A Lick of Frost by Laurel K. Hamilton. They're part of the Merry Gentry series. Again, these have been on my shelves as long as the other two have, and I've never picked them up. So I'm going to part with them. I know that's a popular series, but I think it's quite a long series, and I'm not likely to pick it up. And if I am, it will probably be on my Kindle. I have Blood Moon by Alexandra Harvey. This is one that I picked up in my post-Twilight phase and have never picked this up. I have Entice and Embrace by Jessica Shervington. One of these is signed. I can't remember which one it is. It's Entice. I think I won one of these, but again, I have never gone to pick them up, and I still have my favourites from the sort of YA paranormal phase, but I don't think I'm likely to pick any up again, so that's why I'm moving past them. I have Bound by Night by Larissa Ione. This is a Moonbound Clan vampire novel. I've not read any of the books in this series, and I think it's quite a large series, or this series has started anyway, but I'm not likely to start it. I have New England Rocks by Christina Courtenay. This is actually an author that I like. I like her historical fiction, but I couldn't get into her sort of new adult, young adult contemporary, so I'm going to part with that. I have Born Wicked by Jessica Spotswood. This is a bit like the Entice Embrace situation. It's a young adult paranormal one. This is the first book in it. And like I said, I'm kind of moving away from these novels. So I don't think I'll pick this up or continue the series, so I'm parting with it. Ooh, la la la. I have Wake and Lullaby by Amanda Hocking. I read Wake. I read this as a buddy read with Ryan from Ryan Reads Books. And I was not really a big fan. He actually really quite enjoyed it. I did not. So I never picked up the sequel. So I don't think I'll continue. I'm really sad to part with this actually, because I love the cover so much. I think the whole font of it is really quite pretty, and I love the shades of blue on it, but yeah, I did not enjoy the book. Oh, see, I was sniffly, I'm so ill. Right, I have Succubus Shadows by Rochelle Mead. Never read this, never been interested in reading it. I like her Vampire Academy series, but I've not finished reading that, but I'm not likely to start this series by her. I have two books by Patricia Briggs, Moon Called and Bloodbound. These are like adult paranormal books. They came recommended by a friend, but I'm not likely to read them. I'm getting rid of the second and the third bind-ups in the Thirst series. I had these on my shelves for ages. I never picked up volume 1. So I'm parting with those. We're getting there now, guys. I have The Prince Who Loved Me by Karen Hawkins. This is a sort of Regency historical romance novel. Sorry for the sniffles. I actually love this book. It's one of my favourites, but I have a duplicate copy, therefore I'm going to pass it on. I have Alice in Zombieland by Gina Showalter. I know quite a few people who enjoyed this, but I've had it since before it came out. and I've never picked it up. And I know there's quite a few books in the series, and I'm not likely to pick it up or continue it. I have Say My Name by J. Kenner. I'm pretty sure I have another copy of this somewhere. I read it, was not a huge fan of it. It's a 50 Shades type book, and yeah, just wasn't a fan of that one. I have a Dark Touch novel, Shadows by Amy Meredith. Again, this is another post-Twilight buy, and I've never gone to pick it up, and it's quite thin, but I just don't think that I will ever read that. I have Ultraviolet by R.J. Anderson. I've had this for a very long time and never read it. I have Incubus by Carol Goodman. Again, I think this is an adult sort of paranormal type novel. And yeah, I've never picked it up. I have Rises the Night and The Rest Falls Away by Colleen Gleeson. I bought these because I think I found them in like a discount bookstore, and they had J.R. Ward blurbed on them, who I love, but I've never picked those ones up. And then the last book that I have is The Moon and More by Sarah Dessen. I know a few people who are a big fan of hers, but I've only ever read one book by her and I wasn't a fan, and if I'm going to pick up a contemporary, it probably won't be a Sarah Dessen one. So that's everything for this haul, guys. I'm sorry I whizzed through it, but hopefully you kept up. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Happy reading.